After the toppling of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, US President Trump has threatened Cuba. On Sunday, Trump asked Cuba to make a deal soon, pledging to cut off all oil and money flowing to the island nation. Taking to social media, Trump said, for many years, Cuba lived on large amounts of oil and money from Venezuela. In return, Cuba provided security services. He further suggested Cuba should make a deal before it's too late, but provided no details about what this potential deal was all about. Trump's comments come as US intelligence has painted a grim picture of Cuba's economic and political situation. However, its assessments offer no clear support for Trump's prediction that last weekend's military action in nearby Venezuela leaves Cuba ready to fall. The threatening post drew an angry retort from Cuban president, who said that no one would tell his country what to do. He further said, Cuba does not attack, but has been attacked by the US for 66 years, and it stands ready to defend the homeland. Cuba's foreign minister, Bruno Rodriguez, also weighed in to stress that Cuba is within its rights to import fuel from any willing exporter, without interference or subordination to unilateral coercive measures of the United States. On the streets of Havana, Cubans seemed to dismiss the US leader's latest bluster.
It is very unlikely that they touch Cuba. Impossible. I can assure you, Trump is not going to touch Cuba. He is not going to touch it. Besides, the Americans have always said that we Cubans are talkative. They have always said it. Notice that all the presidents say it, but they don't act.
He knows perfectly well that he has to find a solution because he can't just take over Cuba like that. And if he went down that route with Venezuela, it's because there were shady things going on. Cuba is Cuba and Venezuela. They're totally different. And yes, we will be quite affected, quite a lot.
Earlier, the US president reposted a message that jokingly suggested US Secretary of State Rubio, who's the child of Cuban immigrants, could also become the president of Cuba. In another similar post, Trump went on to recognize himself as the acting president of Venezuela. It's known that US Special Forces raid on Maduro and his wife left dozens of the ousted Venezuelan president's security personnel dead. Many of them were Cuban. For decades, Washington has imposed economy-crippling sanctions on Cuba, but Trump has ramped up the pressure in recent days. A Cold War-era US trade embargo has clinched Cuba's economy beginning in 1962, and since the year 2000, Havana increasingly has relied on Venezuelan oil provided as part of a deal struck with Maduro's predecessor, leftist Hugo Chavez.